So when Frank asked me, for a topic, for me the basic answer to every single day is time management, and I've really been exploring a lot of different avenues with that. I have a couple different coaches that I use, and there's a lot of different methods out there. So I've taken some of those and created those, customized those more for how I think. So I'm very right brain. I'm very idea oriented, and I'm super scattered. So it's really, really hard for me to discipline myself and rein in and follow a plan, actually. So anyway, I have really come up with a couple of things. I didn't come up with these ideas. I just happen to be using them. But in your handouts right there, a couple of things. I'll just go over them really briefly with you. And I'm going to ask a couple questions too before we get started. This is just sort of a summary sheet. I think it's in the very last page of the set. And this would just be a referral for you after the meeting, things that you can explore on your own that you might enjoy more than what I'm going to be sharing here, but in addition to as well. Chet Holmes, if you guys don't know who he is, you need to know who he is. I'm going to show you the last 5 minutes of one of his YouTube videos on his time management, on how to plan a perfect productive day. And I would say in summary of that, the most important thing is get rid of distractions. So, if you're like me, we get pulled 100,000 different ways throughout the day, and it really, really is a time buster. This thing Dan Sullivan has, you guys can go on if you've got an iPhone or a Droid. This Wind Streak is an app. It's an amazing tool. If anybody in here practices daily gratitude, this is an amazing app for that. And it really helps you focus on what's important to you and why you're getting out of bed in the morning. Back to Dan Sullivan. I'm going to show that here in a second. Brandon Burchard, amazing success coach, high performance. All this stuff is available on, his one-on-one coaching isn't, but there's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can look at. Darren Hardy's got a really cool, it's like a, 1 or 2 minute daily focus, things that you can do to improve your life every single day. And I will tell you, I look at them and they're of value every single day. It's really cool. We're going to go over the SMART goal strategy here in just a second and dominate your day. So then if you look at this one sheet right here, dominate your day, this is what I use, and I separate that by months in this little book. And I just print it out, and then I have a history of where I started, where I'm looking at, and then what I got accomplished. So it's a really nice tool to have them all in one place. I'd like to ask a question. Who in here has written goals? Few, about half. Okay, I would highly, highly recommend writing your goals down. They are nothing but a wish or dream if they're not written down. It's pretty, in your face to say that, but it really does make a difference. If they're not written down, you can't really go towards them. So that would be, I think, a really easy suggestion. So in this, it's really, really super simple. I've got more complex versions of this that you guys don't have right now for if there's team leaders in here. Really cool, like 5-year goal plans and then how to back out of that. Sometimes for people like myself, I have to go simple. I've got my 5-year plan, but I can't look at it every day. well, let me rephrase that. I do look at it every day. I don't actually work on it every single day, but I do keep it in mind. So this is really simple, 6 steps to personal productivity. Focus, do not multitask, and eliminate distractions. And I guess this is from Chet Holmes, actually. Eliminate distractions is really, really critical. Also, Darren Hardy talks about eliminating distractions. And if you've ever tried to wake up and not look at your phone or get on your email, have any of y'all tried to do that?
No.
It's hard. It is really, really hard, but I can't tell you how much more I get done in the first 30 minutes of my day if I don't do that. I can plan. So it's really an amazing tool. Make lists based on your dollar productive activity. So think 80-20 at all times. What that is signifying basically is when you're planning your day, 80% is your psychology. So what is your state? What's your state of mind? What is it that, what do your dreams juice up for you? You've got that in front of you. And the 20% is just simply the mechanics. So a lot of people maybe at 50-50 on this, but the goal is to have your psychology really, really amped up in the morning. Getting rid of distractions is going to help that. I meditate in the morning, just simply gathering my thoughts, figuring out, like I said a minute ago, why I get out of bed in the morning. So it's just a different way of looking at the day than just being totally mechanical. Prioritize everything you do based on your goals. Obviously, they would need to be written in order to do that. Protect your time blocks. If you're a team leader, that can be pretty difficult. At times, if you have an open door policy, it's nearly impossible. I've had to change that. There are periods of time during the day where I'll just have to turn my phone off so I can get my prioritized tasks done. Plan your day in 30-minute blocks. For me, that's good because it's more bite size, and I can look at it and figure that I can actually get it done. Eliminate clutter. Delete things in your email. Eliminate clutter. For me, that's around my desk. I'm pretty sloppy, and I just always have piles of things around me, and it really disturbs my thought process, I've noticed. This is a great one. Plan your week on Sunday and every day in advance. And I was hoping Herman Lambert would be here today. He's my buyer's agent, and I noticed that he was just not accomplishing everything that he sought out to do in a day. And I realized that he wasn't planning his day in advance. So now I get that in writing from him. It's a form of accountability. And he is really I'm seeing some fantastic results with that. And it's just real simple. It's just a few minutes. But the payoff is big. So if any of you need the Word document or PDF for this, I'll be happy to get that to you. Does anyone have any questions about the rest of this and how it's set up?
Can you explain the start, stop, ABC?
Okay, the start is literally like what time you're starting and what time you finish.
Okay.
So that's basically just so you have a kind of figure out how much time you're spending on any given task. The ABC is priority. A would be that it has to get done today. B, it could be that week. C, it could be that month.
Okay.
And then here you've got your planned start time and your stop time, which obviously is going to vary in our world. And then here's your estimated time required. And did you follow your schedule? Now, something I was thinking about, Frank, I didn't tell you this, but I don't put what is this worth on your DPA. I don't know if you've trained on that formula or not.
Have not.
It's really kind of cool. I can do that one time for you if you like.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really neat to figure out how much your time is worth. Then it really makes this a lot more important when you figure out that. Your action item list, I think that's pretty straightforward. Your positive focus. One of the things that in this win streak app, when you start thinking in terms of what your successes are, especially if you do it the night before, then your brain just starts thinking in terms of winning, really. And so the psychology, the 80% positive psychology really starts working for you. So it's a little bit different type of productivity maybe than you've seen before. It's not just really straightforward Franklin planner. There's a lot more juice involved here, a lot more emotion. And if you have the emotion involved, then the likelihood of it getting accomplished is a lot higher.
I have a question. How is the item list different from like the top 6? Can you
Sorry.
give me an example?
The top 6 is really the must-do money-making activities for the day. So, for instance, if it was, let me think of maybe a little bit more complex project. Let's say you have to get some mailers out and you've got to contact a few people. So those additional contacts in order to get that done would be here.
Okay.
So this would be more like the support to get these done.
Okay.
So what's another example? A project that we need to get done from time to time. I'm just thinking like equity evaluations that take a while. Maybe you have somebody helping you do that, so you would put those additional items here. And then the positive focus, really, if you use the win streak, it would just simply be, say you're doing something really cool for your family for Thanksgiving. You've already got that in your mind. That's a great reason to get up and be alive and participate in life. So that would be a positive focus. Could be a vacation you want to take next year, something along those lines. And it's really cool when you start shifting your mindset, you will be surprised and amazed at how many answers show up during the day for you. When you just make that shift, you kind of open your mind to different energy.
Trying to get back on the big screen.
There we go.
Let me get you back on the big screen just one second. It popped off. There we go.
Okay, I'm just going to put on a little video. This is a Dan Sullivan. And this is talking
But
about...
the one thing I started 15 years ago was every night when I looked at my day, I accounted for the entire day with 3 wins, okay? Just 3 wins, okay? So no matter what happened that day, it could have been a bad day, could have been a good day, I would find 3 wins, and the 3 wins represented the day. And then before I went to bed, I would look at the next day, and I would say, well, what are the 3 wins going to be tomorrow that are even better than the 3 wins I had today? And I've done this every single night for 15 years. And so I literally have this sense that I'm always winning, okay? And because you do it so often, I'm a great believer in habit, that your brain just starts looking for things that you can count as wins. When I walk through today, when I look at today's workshop, all I'm looking for is what are the wins today.
Kind of that little... Okay.
Who was that guy?
Dan Sullivan.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
on your list here.
Now, how do I get out of this without getting out of everything?
Okay.
Just escape? Okay.
There you go.
All right. And here's a little bit on the Win Streak app. Wanted to show this.
Negative information. WinStreak is a simple tool for making sure that at the end of every day, you feel positive about your accomplishments and excited for the next day. At the end of each day, regardless of what happened, record what your biggest wins were. Then plan what your biggest wins will be for tomorrow. This will keep you focused on your goals while recognizing and celebrating your achievements or wins along the way. It's that easy. Even if you experience setbacks, disappointments, or obstacles during the day, you know you'll always have wins from today and have a plan to accomplish more wins tomorrow. Tracking your progress in terms of wins will undoubtedly maximize your productivity and kickstart your motivation. The way you interpret your days is entirely up to you. Would you rather see your days as wins or as losses? It's a phenomenal breakthrough to realize that you're in control of the story of your life. Take charge, start a new habit, get on a win streak.
Bless you.
Bless you. So that is that little guy, and then I'm gonna hopefully be able to go, this is at 30 minutes. I just wanna go to the last
Turn down just a little bit.
5 minutes here, which Chet's gonna share a little bit about a perfect day for a salesperson.
Way your day should be laid out. So that's really how you get it done. It'll make all the difference. So now let's go over salesperson's day because this came up. Plan, make phone calls. So from 8:30 to 10:30, make phone calls, set appointments, follow up on at least 6
By the way,
hot
this
prospects,
isn't the
make cold
perfect
calls.
day.
Miscellaneous, because you know stuff's going to happen. It's going to get you pushed off your schedule. So everybody, when you plan your day, you need to have those miscellaneous times built in there because you know you're going to get interrupted. Lunch with client, write follow-up letters, a sales call to
Notice how long the
with
lunch
clients,
is.
3:30 to 4:30, emails, miscellaneous meetings. This is actually not a good salesperson day because it says right here, and it's not even in this day, salesperson should spend at least 2.5 hours per day prospecting for new clients. The best will spend 4. So just giving you some kind of gauge, in that salesperson's day should be at least 2.5 hours doing the rainmaking, bringing in the business, prospecting, looking at new business. The best will spend 4 hours a day. And more than that is probably not realistic unless you just started today and you have nothing else to do in your day. Reactive tasks, paperwork should be grouped together, done all at once. After interruption, salesperson goes back. So you know you've got 2 or 3 miscellaneous time periods built into your day. When the interruptions come, you just go back to your schedule, and that's where people get messed up. Interruptions come, you let the whole thing go out right out the window. When the interruptions come, you go back to that day. It makes a huge difference. So list the 6 most important things. So in summary, how long will each task take? Organize when. Here's the steps, by the way. Stay on schedule as much as possible. When something interferes with your schedule, go back to your list and stay on schedule. That's the key.
This was a Chet Holmes International production.
Okay, so that is basically this graph right here comes off the Chet Holmes training. The other, and this is kind of new for me, I just actually created this little form today. This is from Tony Robbins Systems. And I'm actually in the middle of this course right now, Time of Your Life, with and I got to tell you, it's 10 CDs, and I've been working on it diligently for about 6 weeks right now. It is it's complex. So I got this out of it. All right, so you don't have to do what I'm doing, although it's helping me figure out my whys in a really big way. This is fantastic. I love this because it's short, fast, simple. You can do this with anything that you have in mind, whether it is leading a Fortune 500 company, it's the same exact format, or you've got, let's say you're on a lead generation mission, and you want to put in what's your purpose. The purpose is always the number one thing that you put down. Compelling reason why. Again, why do you get out of bed in the morning? It's not to get out and come to the real estate office and make money. It's got to be deeper than that. Is it contribution to the world? Is it, there can be a dozen other things, but hopefully it's not just to get up and make money. So when the word compelling, it really needs to juice you up. Why do I want this? That goes along with that. You can't know why you want it unless you know what it is. And I'll be honest with you guys, I did get out of bed and just come to work to make money for a long time, and it was not that satisfying. And so I dug into some of these coaching programs and really did some self-discovery, and it's helped me a lot. Who do I need to be? I love this. This was my 2014 question to myself. Who do I need to be when I walk into the office? Who do I need to be when I meet with my daughter? You know, I might be upset. What do I want the outcome to be? It has helped me. I'm being very open here. It's helped me with self-control. I'm a very emotional person. I'm reactive. I've been reactive a lot in my life. I'm trying to reel that in. And that single question has helped me tremendously. Who do I need to be when I get there? What are the empowering roles I need to take on to accomplish this? So whatever it is that you've decided that you want to do, you know, what is it? Who do you need to be? Do you need to be the jack of all trades? Do you need to be Superwoman? Do you need to be, in Herman's case, he's the Herminator. So that's the name that we gave my buyer's agent. So he's more juiced to do the lead conversion and that sort of thing. What is the alternative if I don't accomplish this? So, you know, will your house go into foreclosure? Will you lose your girlfriend or family? You know, I mean, it's like the really dark, ugly stuff. And then who will win? So probably a whole bunch of people will win. If you're winning, everybody that you're connected to will be a winner too. And then you put down, believe it or not, what do you want? That's your outcome. That's actually the second thing that you put in this. So you just go backwards. What do you want? Make this a SMART goal. This is Tony Robbins all over. A SMART goal is it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, realistic, and time. So I was, you know, again, I wish Herman was here because, you know, he and me too, you know, have goals, but they're just not realistic and they can't be accomplished in the amount of time that I really think that they can be. Everything always takes longer. So the SMART goal is really, really critical to use in this exercise. And then your action steps, the time to accomplish, by what date. And then I just put examples of what it might be. Even planning your day. You know, you might start out at 30 minutes a day in the evening to plan your day, and then you'll get down to probably 10 or 15 minutes. So, and that's this. I love this because you don't even need to carry it. You just, you know, end up having it in your head, and if you got a piece of paper, you can figure out how you're going to get there. It's really a little bit different system than this. But there's certainly a combination of the emotion in both of these. And that is all I have. Does anyone have any questions?
That is a lot.
Okay, well, I'm happy to help afterwards if anybody has additional questions. And like I said, I do have, Raul, I know you've got a team if you're interested in seeing, and did I put the daily record in there?
Yes.
Daily record is really, really fantastic. It looks kind of scary, but if you do have goals, this will absolutely help you get there. You can I have mine in a spiral and I just carry it around. And so, because how many times at the end of the day you're like, well, I called 10 people, but you don't have it written down anywhere. So like, poor Herman. So we're trying to, he wants to make X amount of dollars. And I'm like, okay, well, how many deals do you have to sell in order to get, how many calls did you have to make to get to that deal? How many appointments did you have to go on? So kind of backing out, that's sort of what we cover in that DPA thing as well, is how do you get there by doing this grunt work, quite frankly. But this is a big payoff because then you have a history. And then you know if you wasted time or not wasted time, if you were on track or not. So this is actually part of this system too. And then here's the one you might be interested in. It's got the top 5, your business goals, personal goals. What else am I working towards? I've got that right here, Raul. And then your top business goals for the different quarters. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for your time.
Do you mind sharing with us who coaches you?
It is Lars Hedenberg in Carolina, North Carolina.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Lisa, could you share with us a couple of what you experience in the daily challenges of real estate? How do you combat distractions?
Yeah.
You know, things pulling you in different directions from what you have written down.
Yeah.
Because everybody has them, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you approach it?
Everybody has lots of them. I've grown in that, and one is literally not look at my phone when I wake up. For me, it's critical. If I don't get my thinking time, my meditation time in, I'm off kilter really the whole entire day. Then the other one, even though I have a very small team, they still need things throughout the day, and I set up team planning time. And then like with Herman, he can call me after hours usually because the day is done, and you know that's when he's working on a lot of things, so that's helped. Tell you my big one, emails. They're a killer. So if I don't, and I'm not 100% on this, but I really try to only look at my emails at certain times during the day, 2 times. And I can't even tell you how much that has helped. Another thing, if you want to make a change, do you want to get more of your time back yourself?
Absolutely, everybody.
So do you go on Facebook at all?
Constantly.
No, I have somebody who does that.
You do? Okay, okay. So let's say you did. So we could challenge each other. You know, we could do a 30-day no Facebook, or even like only get on like after 9 p.m. or something like that. But I'd be up for something like that. In my coaching group, we did that, and there are people that are permanently off of Facebook now.
Wow.
I added up my time because I'm involved in dog rescue, and I think a lot of you know that. It's very disturbing, as far as the day, the flow of the day, because there's a lot of emergencies out there. But it's for me, it's those things. Not looking at your phone in the morning, making sure that your team knows what time they can talk to you during the day, and then the email thing.
Lisa, do you have an expectation of how many deals a team member should be able to close?
Yeah, in my contract, it's 2 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Minimum. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in your weekly activities, do you schedule hard time off work?
For relaxation?
Yeah, on the ongoing basis, like you take time off during the week?
I actually have, since I got into the Tony Robbins coaching and learned more about my own psychology, about what's important to me, I have started doing that. And that's one of the reasons I got into dog rescue is, I've always wanted to contribute back to the planet in some way, but I never could really, I kept saying I was going to do it, and until I went to the Date with Destiny and spent 6 days with Tony Robbins, and literally it's like 14, 16 hours a day for 6 days in a row. It's beyond intense. That's when I chose to involve contribution in my life. And so that's my relaxation time. It's intense in some ways, but it's not working. So that's been huge for me. It makes me feel a lot more balanced. I'm happier. I mean, when I'm giving rather than just taking, I'm a lot happier person, so. And that's why I'm here.
Yes, thank you.
Yay, Tony Robbins, it's working.